morning, Chamber members. Welcome to Monday Minute for Monday, April the 17th, 2023. How about those North Stars? Great couple of games on the weekend. Of course, they head up to Flin Flon for this next weekend, so we hope that you'll all be cheering for them and that they can bring home the championship, as my daughter would say, the Championship Cup. I wanted to just highlight a few items for you today, specifically that the Prairie Province is working together on transportation corridors. That's a release that's come out from Minister Cockrell and through the Ministry of Highways. And specifically, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba are working on developing or securing, I guess I would say, the highways transportation system across the provinces to secure trade, enable trade basically. And so they have signed an MOU, and it's going to help them cooperate to improve efficiency in interprovincial highways and rail networks, encourage the federal government for infrastructure funding and national supply chain solutions, keep their economies competitive and grow capital investment, and to harmonize regulations to support businesses, industries, and shippers. Of course, because we're landlocked, we depend on those networks very much to make sure our products get to market. Also, the Canadian Chamber in their blog has an entry out on ESG, the trends in 2023 to watch, specifically about ESG liability for Canadian companies, directors, and officers. You likely have heard lots about ESG in the last few years, and so this is an interesting read. I know it's a bit lengthy, but it certainly is worth your while taking a look at it, specifically if your government or if your organization is in a situation where they require an ESG plan for, say, bank financing or whatever. It's certainly worth a read. As well, the city has put out a release noting that they were disappointed in the lack of response from the federal government to assist with the retroactive RCMP costs. It basically will be $1 million, a cost to the City of North Battleford taxpayers. And so that would represent or be the equivalent of a 6.45% tax increase to residents. Now, I know the city has been discussing this for a few years and has made plans in their budget and so on, so it's not going to be, add on 6.5% to your taxes. But it certainly is disappointing in the sense that the city and the other municipalities across the country are not at that negotiating table. It was the federal government that negotiated those new rates. And while they are certainly entitled to do that with the RCMP in a union situation, it's disappointing. There's, not a lot of support there for those municipalities who now are forced to pay those bills as they come in. And then lastly, I just want to reiterate that Friday this week is the spring cleanup with the City of North Battleford, so I've left that information out there available to you. As well, the Household Hazardous Waste Day is the following Saturday, so April the 29th is the day for the spring cleanup, and I've provided information for you as well on that from the city so that you can identify what's accepted materials, and you can take any materials you have on that Saturday, the 29th, to the public workshop on 6th Avenue. I leave you with all that information, and I wish you nothing but a great week in business, and go Stars go!